So we have the newest Netflix exclusive original movie, Damsel, starring Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things. I decided to go ahead and check this movie out, so what did I think of it? So Millie Bobby Brown has kind of been racking up those Netflix roles. She's been in some of the other movies. I think what they call the Enola Holmes movies. I think there's like two of them or something like that. And she's just doing Netflix type stuff. She has this newest Netflix movie, Damsel, that she stars in. And honestly, this is really probably one of the only other things that I've seen Millie Bobby Brown in besides Stranger Things. Well, I know she came out in a Godzilla movie, but she didn't really do much in there for me. So really, this is like the only thing, one of the only things I ever seen her in besides Stranger Things. So I was kind of open to it and seeing what she could be able to do when she's starring in a movie. And when it comes to Netflix movies, they're usually hit or miss for me. Some I can actually get behind and have some entertainment with and kind of like. And some other ones, not so good. But I remember a trailer for this popped up randomly somewhere, I don't remember where. And I just remember watching a snippet of it and kind of piqued my curiosity. You know, it was like Millie Bobby Brown going up against a dragon. Millie Bobby Brown versus a dragon. So they piqued my curiosity.
Had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
And I didn't really know exactly what this movie was going to be about. Like I said, I only saw like a snippet of the trailer and not really knowing what this movie was really going to be about. So decided to go ahead and check it out. Just going in as kind of a surprise and just seeing what's going to happen. And really in the beginning, this movie comes across as your typical sort of fairy tale where we have this princess and she kind of lives in this land of poverty. Like the kingdom that she lives in is coming across as, poverty level and, is kind of struggling a little bit. So they offer her to marry a prince. That way their kingdom can be able to rise and get out of this struggling situation. So basically you have your formalities of a, pretty much standard fairy tale. She meets the prince. They get to know each other for a little bit. And, they have a wedding and all that. That's basically all in the first 30 minutes of the movie. But after they get married, that's when it takes a twist for a turn. Turns out there's been a dragon that's been terrorizing the kingdom. And basically they offer up sacrifices ever so often to keep the dragon at bay. So it definitely has those same story beats and those typical moments of, creature terrorizing a town, village, whatever it may be, and the people of that kingdom offering up sacrifices. And basically that plays out the same way here where Millie Bobby Brown's character is offered up as a sacrifice to the dragon. So all this second and third act of the movie is basically Millie Bobby Brown trying to survive the dragon, trying to escape and stay alive. And one of the things I would say about this, I think it has a good element of suspense to where you see Millie Bobby Brown trying to survive and she's trying to stay alive and escape. And there are times throughout the movie where the dragon, you don't know where the dragon is going to pop up next. And, we kind of get that suspense level in here a little bit. And honestly, I got to really say, I was honestly enjoying this second and third act. I thought it was it was entertaining. I thought it had some good suspense, like I was saying. We're able to see Millie Bobby Brown try to battle this dragon at times and trying to escape and stay alive. But I will say though that when it comes to the third act, it kind of feels like they tacked it on. Like they were trying to extend this movie a little bit more for give it a little bit more runtime. And honestly, this movie is not even that long considering what they did with the third act. Like really, this movie just clocks in at like an hour and 45 minutes long. So it feels like the third act was a little tacked on, or they changed something in the third act to kind of extend it for more time. But that's not me saying like it was a bad third act or anything like that. I didn't mind the third act at all. It just felt like it was tacked on a little bit. Like they need to extend the runtime, and they decided to go ahead and throw something else in there. And when it comes to some of the side characters that we have in here, we have Robin Wright in here, Angela Bassett. I think it's Nick Robinson is his name. We got a few people in here, Ray Winston, as some of the side characters. And honestly, not to say that they're bad in this movie or anything like that, but it feels like they're just there. And this movie is definitely carried more by Millie Bobby Brown with the way she's charismatic and the way she plays this character. Like she is definitely at the forefront, and she definitely does carry this movie more. And like I was saying before, this movie does have like the elements of suspense, but honestly too, it also it has like horror type, Final Girl type vibes also, and elements that they take from like horror movie Final Girl type. Not to say that it's scary or anything like that. It just has those elements of like a horror movie Final Girl type. To where, of course, Millie Bobby Brown is the final girl. And the way that she tries to battle the dragon in the end, where she tries to go on, take on the dragon, go up against the dragon, and has a plan, tries to outsmart the dragon. It definitely gives off those vibes and those elements of a final girl type in a horror movie. So when it comes down to it, honestly, I actually did enjoy this movie and I was able to get some entertainment out of this movie. I wasn't bored watching this. I honestly was engaged with it and wondering what's going to happen next and just having some fun and having a little enjoyment and entertainment out of this movie. Like I was saying before, besides like, she came out of Stranger Things, of course, and besides that Godzilla movie that she came out in that I saw, this was honestly the only other thing I've seen Millie Bobby Brown in. And with this movie, she was able to prove to me that she can be able to playing something outside of Stranger Things and be able to star in a movie or be able to be a starring role in a movie and be able to carry a movie maybe. Because I will say when it comes to this movie, she was definitely at the forefront. She definitely was the highlight of the movie. So she was able to prove to me at least that she could be able to come out in something else besides Stranger Things and be able to carry it or star in it or do what she needs to do to be in there. So honestly, I do recommend this movie and recommending checking it out if you're looking to kill some time and want to see some kind of, Millie Bobby Brown go up against the dragon. That's probably like the headline for this. I say just give it a fair chance. So yeah, Damsel on Netflix now. If you've seen it, what did you think of it?